My name is Vena Chen, and welcome to my studio. Today we talk about this basic technique. I think in Chinese painting, you have to learn which material to use. And also, I like to introduce the basic technique. Basic Chinese brush painting, you can divide in two styles. And one is they call Gongbi. The Gongbi is you use draw the lines to represent one subject and very detailed. And then you put the color, they're very pretty. And the Xieyi in Chinese, that's no bone. And in Chinese means you write your meaning and sketch your thought. Just whatever is come from your mind and use different stroke to represent the structure, the texture, the heaviness, the lightness. So it is all depend on this stroke to become the form and the texture. So that's another style of painting. Of course, sometimes artists can combine these two paintings, become one picture too. So here I just introduce two basic technique of these two styles. So this way you can pick up which style you like to learn and which style you like to follow. I just introduce the basics. Thank you. First, I like to introduce you to how to draw the lines. That's a very good technique when you want to do the contour style. You want to draw like bridges on the flowers and anything you need to have the structure, the form of the structure. So what you do is just use a small brush and hold your hand and just draw the line straight. Practice draw the line straight and even. Now just practice draw the line straight and even. And this way you can draw things like we do the palm flower. So we just do a palm flower. The palm flower, like we draw a house. Draw the house, or you want to draw the bamboo leaves. See, all this, they require draw the form first, and then you apply the ink, make the shade, or you put the color on. But this is one basic technique for you to practice if you want to do the contour style painting. Thank you. Now I'm going to introduce the no bone, so-called no bone ink style, no line technique. So this is depend how the form, how the structure, how the texture, how the shape, all depend on your stroke to represent. So it's a different technique. So usually we write the Chinese character number 1, it's like this. But then in the stroke, that's Chinese calligraphy. So they reprint you have a backwards, stop, and then run, and going back again. So just like a character number 1. You want to go that way, you go this way first. Then you make a turn. Then you make a run. Then you come back. Then you stop. So this is called a stroke. So many kinds of stroke you can practice, such as like a wrong stroke. Okay, your head is wrong. And you also can be so-called wrong fold. You start small, then you go like this, like a half moon. Then you go like this. So that's a wrong fold. Then you have square stroke. Just like this, square stroke. Then you have a square fold, like this. Then also you have the so-called starter knife. We call the tail head. So you start very small. You touch the paper, start very small. Then you gradually getting bigger, and then bigger. And so that's another style of stroke. And also you can have a so-called S stroke, like a right S. You start even, you keep it even, and then until the end. So that's S stroke. So this is just a few basic one-stroke technique. Thank you. The second one, we do the so-called dabbling stroke technique. This one, you can use either soft or medium brush, because you're going to do the dabbing. You're going to use the middle part of the brush. So even you can use a different shade of ink too. So because this way you can. So what you do is just put your brush down and dabbling. Yeah, the dabbling. And also this technique you can do the like a flower petal. See, just go press down, and do the flower. You tap it like this, and you go like this. So you can put a different shape of flower. So that's what we call tapping. And also, what you like to do, like a tree, do the leaves. You draw a tree, then you do the leaves. You do the leaves. So this is all part of a tapping technique. Thank you. Now we do the graduate technique. Actually, before I technically talk about, Now we use the brush, maybe have to use both tip, middle, and the bottom. We can use the whole brush. So you use either soft brush or mixed brush. You put the light ink in the bottom and the middle, then you dip your brush into dark ink. This way you get a different shade. You come out with different shade. So this we call the graduate technique. Yeah, come out with different shade. And this technique, of course, like I said before, you can do the leaves with a different shade and come out with different shade. And also you can, sometimes you're doing technique, the so-called, they want the outside dark, inside light. So you put like this. Then you get your brush like this, and go like this, and go like this. Okay? So this, like outside dark, inside light. And you can do it other way around. Then you put the light ink outside and dark ink inside. See? This way, light ink outside, dark ink inside. This sometimes I do the rock with the hole. You can use this technique. Of course, like we're doing the bamboo, right? Then you can use this technique. And the plum flower. So all this plum flower trunk. So all this kind of technique you can use it. So this all the part of the graduate style. Thank you. So this one technique is we shall call the flat brush. The flat brush means you just flat. When you dip in, then you just flat down your brush. Yeah, make your brush flat. Make your brush flat, then you paint. Yeah, just make your brush flat. Then just paint up and down. And you can go this way. Yeah, just the so-called flat brush. Some technique we use this flat brush. And you can flat on the top, then you just light on the bottom, that's okay. Something technique like this. Okay. And then you can go different way too. You just go up. Yeah. Instead of it goes down. Go up, right. Right down and up, right. And then that's why so when we do the lotus thing, that's how I use this flat brush. Flat brush technique. Okay? Or we're doing grass. To water grass, we use this kind of technique too. We use this kind of technique. Thank you. Now, the last one, we so-called the twist brush. The twist brush technique, you just use your brush instead of flat, then you twist them. So when you get the ink, you just twist. You twist the whole brush. Twist the whole brush, then you just, do like this. This is used for animals hair. When you do the animals hair, you can use this technique. Or when we do the pine tree, the leaves, sometimes we use this twist brush technique. Yeah, so I use this technique for the pine leaves. Thank you. I just talk about the basic technique and the basic material. And now we really have, everybody have some general idea about the technique and the material. I just want to now show you some little simple pictures, tell you the two different styles and how the paper and the style to go with it, the technique go with it. So here I have this paper is the anonymized paper, and this is the regular paper. And this is I told you the anonymized paper is good for draw lines. So it's good for doing the Gongbi contour style. So you draw the line first, then you apply the shade. It's take a little longer time, but it come out will be very pretty. And this style is the regular paper. They absorb the ink very, very good. And you use the low bone style. And you remember you did those round head stroke. I think the bamboo basic is all those basic stroke. Like this is so-called square stroke, one stroke by one stroke. Right? And this is just the little round head basic style stroke. So this is the two style and two paper. So I just show you this way you have a little bit idea. Then I'm going to show you some more complete picture too. Thank you. Now I just wanted to try to show you about these three styles of painting, and the Gongbi and the Xieyi, and both Gongbi and the Xieyi combined. So like the first peony in there, that's the Gongbi style. You have to draw the line first, then you apply the color layer by layer to apply the color. And the second one, this one, the fan, is the Xieyi style. Both flower and the leaves is all Xieyi. All use one stroke to print out. And this peony is by, we could so-called combined style. Do the flower first with the Gongbi style. Then you do the leaves with the Xieyi style. So that's really, it's not a good picture, but I think I just can show you the difference, for example. Thank you. This one is, I just want to show you how I try to do the Gongbi. I just did the driving part, but I'm not finished yet. I didn't put any shade on. So that's why you show one example. Thank you. And this is just a simple example for how I use the toothbrush. and do the tails. So, and the other part is all different stroke too. So you can tell they're all by stroke to print out. Thank you. Just show you a couple landscaping picture. In landscaping, you can have a Xieyi style, a Gongbi style. But this one sort of like a combined Xieyi style. The rock, the mountain, I use Xieyi. But on the bridge and the house, so I still have to draw. So that shows you can be combined style too. And this actually is a so-called 大Xieyi. It's a very no line to do a little pictures. Thank you. Now I think we finished the all the basic ink technique and the stroke and the material. And the next session, I just try to introduce some simple how to use the color in Chinese brush painting. Then we start to draw very simple, such like little insects. So for next session, that's what I'm going to do. And I hope you enjoy so far. Enjoy all the lessons so far. Thank you so much for your coming. Thank you.